Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Today's episode is sponsored by Randy's Transmission. Go check out randystransmission.com for all your performance diesel transmission needs. Duramax, Power Stroke, Cummins, they got you covered. You need to go check them out.
And also, don't forget about us. Go get you some sweet merch at bunkerbranding.com.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel.
Howdy, howdy. How's your mama and them?
Couple sleepy heads over here this morning.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not sleepy.
No.
I just have a chicken that poops in my eye. So today, since we're really awake, we're going to get started on a project. It's called a wrench tang, and it came back because, well, we've been having a few problems with that thing. Matt's been having issues where he's doing a burnout and it dies.
Yep.
And we're not sure if that's fuel pressure related, if it's losing oil pressure, don't know. Maybe we're spraying too much water in it, it's hydrolocking it.
Yeah.
Don't think so, but kind of anything's on the table right now. But the biggest reason that the car is here is because we have transmission trouble.
Major.
And at a minimum, it doesn't have reverse. We haven't checked any forward gears, but we definitely don't have any reverse.
I think Matt said it has one forward gear.
All right, so
which
just
is better
enough.
than none.
It is, because then we don't have to push it inside. We just have to push it backwards. So
yeah.
We're gonna go get that car fired up. We're gonna get it pulled inside, and well, we're gonna have to pull the tunnel out, and we're gonna have to pull the motor out.
Yep.
We didn't design it to be
user friendly.
Yeah, transmission replacement.
Yeah.
It's more engine I'm not sleepy. Again, this is just part of
Who you
chicken
are.
poop gives me this thing where I can't talk.
Yeah.
So it's more user friendly for replacing an engine than it is for replacing a transmission.
Yeah.
So we haven't replaced the trans since we put it in the car. We dropped it in there and bolted it in.
Hey, I wonder if
been there.
I wonder if that's the original trans, because that motor had like 360 or 70,000 miles on it. The first one that he popped.
Maybe so.
And if that trans, like,
Dude, that thing's been abused.
it's been abused.
There's so much footage that doesn't get caught on the camera that no one sees, and it's a shame because we should have I should have a camera I put in my forehead probably, because the amount of cool stuff that happens that we don't film is like 3 times as much as the kind of cool stuff we catch and put on.
Yeah.
Right? Is that right?
I think that makes sense.
We don't. Yeah. You know what I mean? If you had caught it, you could look at it, but we didn't. So
Yeah.
We're not. And I've talked for 10 minutes now. God dang it! All right, guys. Well, I don't really know how to say this, but
I don't know if you can. I can't.
Matt blew a tranny.
Why, Matt?
How could you do that?
I hope it wasn't in front of anyone.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, we're good friends, but I just, I knew it was gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it ain't gonna be his first one. That's...
If you haven't figured it out yet, Matt blew the transmission up in the wrench tank, but we have a solution for it. We reached out to our friends at Randy's Transmission. Those guys literally build the best diesel automatics in the country. We've used a lot of different vendors before, and there's some good guys that are out there, but Randy's is really top of the line. Our experience has been nothing but exceptional with those guys. They build everything from 5R110, 68 RFE, ISN transmissions, the late Allisons for everything. Power Stroke 10 speeds. I think they just released their 10-speed Power Stroke transmission. You need to go check them out. If you have not heard of Randy's Transmission, just go pause this,
YouTube them.
go check it out, come back. In the meantime, we're gonna get this thing fired up and in the shop and get ready to pull the motor and the trans out and get this thing packaged up and sent off to Randy's. they installed the shifter over at Matt's, the Sidewinder, they put some rivet nuts through the tunnel, the removable tunnel, into the actual steel framing underneath that thing. These back ones missed the framing, so they work well, but the front ones are buried in there. So I was just looking at it thinking I was gonna drill this piece out. I'm actually gonna have to grind the heads of these off and come up with a different way of attaching this when I go back together. I got a little bit of an idea, but for now I just need to be able to get this thing apart. So I think we'll just grind the heads off the top of these and it should fall in. Let's see. Yeah, I think that'll work. Hey there, bud.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm doing great.
You look great.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Head and shoulders.
Feet and toes. Yeah, I almost didn't get that. How you doing down there? What'd you have to do?
Oh.
Come on.
Almost take the transmission out the hard way.
Dude, the shift linkage on this thing?
It's so tight. I forgot that it was that tight.
Yeah. I hope Matt doesn't ever blow another tranny again because, well, for obvious reasons.
Well,
I mean, it's hard to pull this thing out, and that's mainly what I'm talking about.
It's hard to pull out, and so,
Yeah.
you know, you do the best you can. And that's what we're
Good night. Well, we've got this thing guttered. Not like gutters on a house, but like guttered as in like the guts are, you know what I'm talking about. We got it gutted on the inside here. And what we do have is these rivet nuts cut off the top. So we got the doghouse loose, but the shifter cable linkage thing is fighting within the last inch of its life. So we got our snow performance kit back here that was in the way of blocking my screws on the other side. I got some rivet nuts I just ground off. We had to jack the car up.
What in God's Oh!
You got you some more business down there?
Yeah, I found it.
You gotta get up in that corn, boy.
I found the problem.
10-4. So we have, well, we've just been battling getting this thing out. Been working on it now for about, I don't know, 2 hours. Got the front clip off. Got a bunch of junk business over here off. Matt has like underglows and overglows and middle glows and side glows and just all kinds of stuff that glows. And then we have like this electronic module that is like the strongest double-sided tape ever. Like ever.
It also
I don't
glows.
even know. Yeah, it glows. Got this business unhooked. Had to literally get under the car, unbolt the bracket off the side of it because the way that this thing's assembled, like most of these shifters, you've got like 40 pieces in one to put together. You got like a roll pin and it's a clevis with a pin, a cotter pin. That's encapsulated by another box. Then this box goes over the top of that box, and you're just boxed in until you're ready to box somebody. So anyway, all that's apart for the most part, I think, to where we can get to the drive shaft bolts that are on the back side. Right in there is the drive flange on the back of the transmission.
Oh, this is the tool I was looking for 2.5 hours.
Oh yeah, I just been storing it there. I was waiting for you.
Yeah, thanks.
It's like Easter kind of for me sometimes, but I just don't. I don't always tell people that I'm.
That it's Easter. And
Yeah. And
Yeah.
and that. So then the doghouse has got to come off, and I think I have all the screws out of this thing. We put this thing together a good while ago. We haven't had the doghouse back off of it. So yeah, on all that business. But motor mount's pretty straightforward. We kind of designed those to be able to pull the motor back out of it. And we just didn't have a whole lot of thought for transmission coming out with all these other accessories over the top. So we're hustling as fast as we can. We're almost there. Hang in there. Hang in there. Got a lot of parts. Got a lot of business just slung around over here. And there's a few things that we want to do while this thing is apart. And we're trying to convince Matt to do some of them. Like the passenger seat being out. Bro, this is the home of an air-to-water intercooler.
Yeah, you need that business in here.
That business is what I'm talking about. And we want to add another turbo over the top. Matt was talking about doing compounds, and we were like, yeah, for sure. But this little turbo is just chilling here all by his lonesome. And we're thinking, like, we need a hot pipe. We need a big old, I don't know, like a 480 maybe over here. Blowing into this little 69. Blow the heads right off the top of this bad sucker right there, bud.
Blowing and going.
Yeah, I mean.
Trains, blowing head gaskets.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. I don't know which one of the Holden Bros dweebs thought to put this TPS thing back here where the red lock is right here, and no matter how hard I wiggle this, it won't come off. But yeah, Now you got it. You got it, bud. We're done. It's together. Test drive it now. God, I should have thought of this a long time ago. Why does everything fight? Hey, look at that. Would you just look at that? There it is. Boom shakalaka. Now we got down to where we can unbolt some stuff. So we got to get these fasteners off the backside. These little guys right here, those are coming off. We got a transmission mount down yonder business. Got to get unbolted. And then we got to pluck it out of there. Bud.
That right there is pop.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
It may not look like it, but on the inside,
She gone.
yes, sir.
All right then. Well, so mounts are loose. Business is loose. We're ready. We need a forklift and a chain. Yep. Keep going. Just like that. Keep going. You ready, bud?
Readies.
Let's do it. No one's looking at you.
Okay.
She's heavy, brother. Knock a couple bolts out. As long as you don't ruin that, and we can get this to flexing up like that.
You need to come.
Well, it was going, but we've got this little guy right there holding us. So we gotta get under there and bust that out. I think Logan's sliding under there. There's so much room.
God, there's so much room under here.
Hey, that was your job, Willie.
Nah.
Yeah, I did the front half, and you did the inner half.
So Steven was supposed to get this. Hey, the horn works again. How come you didn't unhook that, dude? You always leave all the work for me, dude. I feel like you're always taking credit and I do all the work. God dang. Must be nice.
I'll go sit outside.
All right. I guess I'll get in here and work. Bingo. Bingo. Dunsky. All right, guys, it's been a long day, but we got this piece of junk pulled apart.
Oh, yeah.
And now the only thing we got left to do is strap this thing on a pallet and get it shipped up to Utah to Randy's Transmission so these guys can work their magic on it and make something solid out of this transmission.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's going to be the best part of this car, I think.
It's going to be definitely the newest, nicest piece.
Yeah.
The motor was new and really nice at one time, and now it's just, well, it just won't die.
Yeah, Matt did what he did to it, and
Well, here we are.
here we are.
So, when this thing comes back, it's going to be really similar color to this car. It's going to be red and black, which is a signature color of a Randy's transmission. They're talking about built for 900 wheel horse.
God darn.
Pretty solid. I don't know that we're going to ever make that kind of power to this car. We're talking about doing compounds in the future. So when we visited with the guys up at Randy's, we said, look, we want to plan on having compounds on this thing, add some power, spraying some nitrous, whatever it's going to take. We really need the baddest 5R110 that we can possibly get. And they said, hey, no problem, we got you. And so we figured out our game plan to knock this thing out. And the only reason that we didn't have them ship us one built already, the reason why we're having to get this pulled and send it to them is because we've cut some of the casting stuff off this transmission. The ears that are on the casting have been lobbed off because the tunnel of this car is really, really tight. And with those on there, you have zero room for an accelerator pedal, or you have to have a giant doghouse.
Yeah.
So long story short, long story long now.
They're building our core, we're sending them.
Bingo. That's what I was trying to say. So we're gonna get this thing palletized, and ready to rock and roll, man. That's all the only thing left we got to do other than fix all the electrical that got ripped out. But that is no big deal. No big deal.
Look, between Logan and Matt, you guys do some work.
Yeah, 10-4. Thank you guys for watching today. Y'all stay tuned because this is at least a 2-part, maybe a 3-part series.
Yeah, it'll take us a couple weeks to get a video on this because shipping to Utah, building, shipping back. So be expecting a video in a couple weeks on this for sure.
But we do have some other cool projects rocking and rolling here in the shop. Y'all stay tuned for that. We got a lot of stuff going on. We're trying to stay on top of videos and give y'all as much content as humanly possible. We got some new cameras, got some new SD cards. We're working our tails off, trying to make sure that the camera is on when we're filming stuff that's cool. And so we're trying to bring y'all guys along with us and just kind of show you what we're doing. Thanks, guys. Till next time.
Later.
Later.